Gobble, gobble, gobble. I'm a turkey. Greetings, fellow armchair Imagineers. Tiki here.
And Blue Dragon 5.
Jacob Wild too.
And Cloakunga.
And, my God, we're in for a Thanksgiving special. It's Rick and Morty's Thanksplotation Spectacular.
It's Thanksgiving in July.
Right.
Not Christmas in July, but Thanksgiving.
I wonder if
Is there any songs that we associate with Thanksgiving that we could?
Kumbaya.
Nah.
There's no way that's a Thanksgiving song.
I know, I'm just joking.
That Thanksgiving song from Regular Show? That one episode?
Nah, I don't know. Anyways.
I'm thinking You're Welcome's probably the one that could be the companion for Thanksgiving. You know, Thanksgiving, you're welcome.
All right, so anyways, guys, I'm going to ask the daring question here. Did we all think this was a turkey of an episode?
But do we mean turkey in the positive sense or turkey in the crazy sense?
I've always thought turkey was a negative connotation.
Well, that's the thing. So turkey, yeah, there's also like turkey and bowling, though, which is good.
Oh, God. All right.
Yeah, but when it used to describe media, it usually doesn't mean anything good.
Yeah.
Well, oddly enough, I don't think it's a turkey then.
I think this one's I think the best way I can describe this one is it's a series of really fun moments, but it's not really held together all that well. I think if it was a little bit more reined in, it'd be a super strong episode, but as it stands now, it's a fun episode, you know? I would give it like maybe a B, maybe a B minus. It certainly has a lot of funny bits in it. I just don't think structurally it's very great. By far my favorite moment in it, and this is honestly might be the hardest that I've laughed all season, FDR Spider.
I knew you were gonna like that spider.
FDR
gag.
Spider fucking killed me.
And remember, it's not a clone FDR spider; it's the actual FDR.
Yes,
who was given like an experimental polio vaccine.
That oh my God, that fucking killed me, dude. I'll show you a new deal. Just all the fucking like old school like.
I just love Morty's action line to take him out. Hey, how's this for a fireside chat?
Oh, God. Just all that was so great. Oh man,
poor FDR is just eating his turkeys, and we blew him up.
that was easily the strong point of the episode. Keith David is like all over this season, but I don't know. I got to be honest with you guys. I think after this episode, I'm kind of done with the President versus Rick feud. I kind of think it's sort of outstayed its welcome at this point. I kind of feel
what
like
if they're not feuding? Would you just want them to appear?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I don't really like if they're not. I don't know. I just think the dick measuring contest, and it's like the whole like, all right, just get it over, just screw and get it over with.
Well, knowing what's happened on shows like Solar Opposites, that might actually happen one day. I don't know if they're going to do that on Rick and Morty, though.
I'm just saying, like I love Keith David. He's genuinely one of my favorite voice actors. I think the man he's just got a majestic voice. But I don't know. I honestly think that we're just kind of treading the same sort of territory here. I'll let others. I'll let y'all go around because I have a lot of thoughts on this. So
I'm going to try and keep mine brief before we go forward. But this episode definitely had an interesting premise. I mean, where else do you see like commando turkeys? but it's like this episode could have been like a home run, but I think it just like kind of like aimlessly meandered from place to place, like not knowing exactly what to nail down, where to go, or like for all the shows like talking about structure, this episode really didn't have much of it. But like, I would definitely draw the line. It's entertaining, but if serviceable episode, not great, but definitely not the season or even the series worst.
Yeah, I mean, this episode feels a lot like the episode that shall not be named that we all hated. except the source material was actually entertaining, right? Like, structurally, it kind of felt like that episode where it's like, it's just kind of all over the place and the president's involved and we're just kind of jumping from plot point to plot point and there's some social commentary. I just feel like this episode is actually genuinely entertaining, whereas that episode is frankly kind of trash.
Yeah.
Claude, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I agree with all of you. This is not the best episode, not the worst. Probably in the middle of the season and of the series as a whole. But definitely a fun episode. Maybe a little confusing of where they were going with the story, but it was still good, not that bad. It could have been worse.
Dragon?
Yeah, I thought this was an impressive return to form. I think we utilized the we now. But I don't know if we had this before. We got a last name on the president, President Curtis. I thought he was used very well.
That's got to be a 24 reference.
Most likely, yes. So Rick, I got to. I think it's out of the two, technically. I mean, this one's probably gonna be one of those guys and say there's probably like three. But let's just say I think it's Rick and Morty's best holiday special yet. Between this and the Anatomy Park, I don't know. In terms of like how crazy and kind of ratchet up and kind of how holiday centric it was.
No. Their Anatomy Park is an absolute classic.
No. Here's the thing though. Anatomy Park, sure, good episode, but not Christmas. Yes.
Yeah, you're right. This is a better Thanksgiving episode than Anatomy Park is a Christmas.
That's what I'm getting at. I'm saying as far as a holiday special goes.
Okay, I'll give you that much. Sure.
So that's what I'm saying.
You can't beat giant floating Santa Claus.
Yep. So, but I don't know, guys. I'm really feeling this, even story direction wise. Because I think it's all pretty straightforward from the cold open, and we kind of push forward with it. I'll give you the analogy. This is the successful version of the episode we don't want to talk about. But this is what I'm saying, though. I mean, that's something to celebrate, though. It's just very much it's the straightforward. Like, okay, so Rick and Morty, get in deep because they've done something. Basically, what if we botched the National Treasure heist? We did that. We ticked off the president, and that leads to this hilarious, just continually absurd, just how we kind of ratchet up the insanity of how we get Rick out of Dodge here with getting a pardon around Thanksgiving by turning himself into a turkey, which apparently is not the first time he's done this.
So let's transition right into that, because I thought the Thanksgiving pardon was honestly one of the more clever conceits of the episode.
Yeah. I mean that was like, and then how the president was like kind of like anticipating every Rickism, basically every Rickism. As you will, and he even outsmarted Rick at one point.
Just seeing Rick on his heel, that was one of the great moments of the episode for me. Seeing Rick completely on his heels, like we got like a little bit of that fear from the pirate thing.
He's like, oh shit, we got fucked up, Morty.
Morty, put your sunglasses on.
Sunglasses, Morty.
You're actually afraid, Rick?
Just like that moment of like, okay, he outplayed me here. He's outmaneuvered me. He didn't seem to turn himself being stupid enough to turn himself into a turkey.
That actually was pretty satisfying.
Yeah.
I mean, he did turn himself into a pickle before, so.
Well, yeah, but it's like the other guy to turn himself into it, though.
Well, Rick turns himself into pretty much anything he wants.
Very much. I mean,
I will say, as far as Rick turning himself into weird things goes, this is a way better episode than Pickle Rick.
It's still crazy how that one has just caught on utterly like wildfire, because it's just such a weird concept. It's just like, well, he turned himself into all things to turn himself into. He's a pickle.
I don't know. I whatever. I think it's a funny. I think the cold open is still funny. Just the whole like big reveal. Like honestly, I think a lot of it is just Justin Roiland's delivery. But
wait, hold on. The delivery is that's what takes you out of the episode? The delivery?
No. I'm saying that's what works about Pickle Rick. That's probably why Pickle Rick caught on, is just how Justin Roiland just delivers the whole like, oh, turn me around, Morty. Big reveal. I turn myself into a pickle.
That using a battery as a laser is just beyond awesome. I mean, come on. Like, that's seriously that little laser battery thing.
Yeah, I just think the episode as a whole is kind of trash, though. But
anyways. Well, it's kind of recycled trash in that case. We use all kind of discarded things to great effect. But regardless. But, yeah, though, I mean, it's Yeah, the pardoning the turkey idea, I just love it as like a fail safe. It's like, okay, well, if I can't smooth things over with a phone call, well, let's go with the usual play, which is if it's around Thanksgiving, which it happens to be, turn myself into a turkey again. Just the fact that he's done this multiple times, and the president is so done with it. And again, as we said, with the whole measuring contest between these guys, which, by the way, Keith David, as always, a gift to the show, bringing that love-hate, kind of dynamic, rivalry dynamic just perfectly.
Yeah, basically, these episodes are pretty much excuses for Keith David to say a bunch of insane things.
And kind of the old freakazoid kind of logic of like, let's get some really esteemed actors and beloved television personalities and just have them just say the silliest things. Like, let's have Ed Asner say double chubby boy and see if we can get over it. And here's what I really like, though, about it bringing the whole Rick and the president thing back, is that I like that it plays in the theme of Thanksgiving, but as like a truce. I think the hallmark moment of the episode is, the backdrop to all this turkey craziness is that, well, they're kind of hunkered down at the Smith house, and they're going to have a Thanksgiving dinner together. These two guys who have just done so many crazy things to try and outsmart each other on this turkey plight, and all the knuckle down drag out battle they had at the end of season 3, I believe. They're just gonna have a nice little civil Thanksgiving dinner with each other.
Oh, thanks to Beth for stepping in and
I know, which by the way was a really great moment of progression for her, where she stood up to the president of the United States for chewing out her son, because now she's, after that Planetina episode, she's in Morty's corner a little bit more.
Also, she's standing up to Rick too, which is kind of unlike her.
Yeah, so either you have dinner with us or you go to the bar.
Yeah,
the bar food sucks at Thanksgiving.
I can totally believe that.
Yep.
I wonder if Cheers has had any Thanksgiving specials.
You know what? I bet Cheers would be fun on Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Sorry, random tangent, guys.
More for the company rather than the food.
Yeah, surely. Everyone likes like, Norm, welcome. Grab a leg. Come on.
Trying to get away from Vera.
Yep.
Like
Vera thinks I'm getting some cranberries right now.
Her in-laws are in town, of course. Or his in-laws.
Trying to get away from Vera's in-laws. Yep.
See, now if we made Cheers today, there's only one person we could get to play Vera Tiki.
Who?
Vera Farmiga.
Of course, I agree with you. Of course, obviously.
Okay, anyway, sorry. Cheers, silliness aside. Well, this show constantly references Frasier. It's kind of fitting that we talk about the precursor to Frasier now and again. Anywho, sorry, getting back on point. So, with our turkey, with our band of turkey kind of mercs, if you will, not so much mercs, but our turkey marines.
Well, we haven't even mentioned the turkey president yet.
Yes, so a big moment, and we know this is going to be a big moment because we kept calling out that the DNA track was going to be important. I know it's going to be important later. During a turkey fight, which, by the way, just in case anyone's curious about the field of animation, just even from the outside, animating animals is always the biggest pain ever. So animating fighting turkeys, let alone your main characters as turkeys, I imagine it was a very difficult thing. I mean, I've heard every time they working on the DCA issues, they hate having horses in scenes. Okay, there's fighting turkeys, the difficulty there. My God. But so they're kicking the crap out of each other, and of course, pill goes in the other turkey's mouth. They reform the turkey brigade, and we have a new president. Who's actually a turkey, but has some of the president's DNA in there. Ergo, he looks like a turkeyized version of President Curtis.
So this is some definite body horror, man. We've got the neck. We've got the feathers. The feathers on the back of the head really got to me for some reason.
I mean, yeah, just the big old kind of goiter neck thing. It's like, it's not.
Speaking of body horror, by the way, I would say definitely it goes by really quick, but the strongest piece of animation in this whole thing is inarguably the transformation.
Yeah.
It is horrifying.
Oh, it's scary.
Making turkeys horrifying. Only Rick and Morty can do that.
It should make Thanksgiving easier because, you're eating the horrifying thing.
Also, can I just say, I really love the designs of Rick and Morty as turkeys.
Yeah, it
Rick
was.
with the spiky gray hair, and Morty with a little tussle of brown hair.
I love how the president can easily see once he's in turkey form. He can easily point out that it's them because it's very obvious to us, the audience. The ones with hair and actual eyes. It's them.
Right.
Yeah.
And of course, humanized, turkey president. Of course, it's hilarious. A lot of political satire humor here. Basically speaking to, again, the fundamental thing between the president and Rick has always been, why do you hate America, Rick? And we're kind of calling it, well, yeah, it's very imperfect. I mean, boiled down, the episode's very simply, kind of the message with the very end of it is, feel thankful, Morty said, yeah, America's kind of a mess. It's imperfect. It's crazy, but it's home.
Now, Morty did have a line that really resonated with me, which was when he said, like, wait a minute, so America doesn't own all this stuff? And what's the line? Help me out here.
Jacob?
I don't remember the whole line.
Well, it's just that's great.
Why do I have to remember everything?
Wait, remember every other thing.
Wait, what scene was it in?
It's towards the end. It's like Morty's kind of like summing up of,
how to feel about this.
His disillusionment of America. To me, I thought it was interesting how Morty is kind of like at that stage where, you go from the kids saluting the flag every day in school to like, wait a minute, why are we doing this? This is kind of weird. And then Summers, it basically like the whole like F America phase of youth.
Yeah, but I like how they kind of take a jab at that, like saying it's what we do. Like she couldn't really back up why she did it; she just did it.
Right. Yeah.
What about Joey's line at the table towards the president?
Thankfully won.
Okay. Also, it's Jerry Watch 2021.
Oh God! So thankfully, actually, Jerry passed it fine this episode because he only had like really one line.
Yeah, Jerry was like very much in the background,
which again is where I prefer Jerry.
Mm-hmm.
So Jerry pretty much just said, like I would have the cookie is a little undercooked because of the the anti-portal shield, freezing on top of the house. And he basically blamed that on the president, which then led to this hilarious and this makes it even better too. So okay, Jerry's got one line, it gets pretty fine, and then the president chews him out, and that works for me. Says, I've seen your tax returns, Jerry. Would you actually contribute to society or something along those lines?
I still think Jerry with the water thing was pretty funny too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Keep Jerry minimal. I'm happy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. What do we think of the subplot with the very generic Marine and the pregnant wife?
I thought that was hilarious, and I love that we didn't kill him.
The ending was dark as hell.
I know. So pretty much what we did. I'm not saying it's a verbatim thing. I'm just saying with just the archetype and everything. And I mean the fact he lives in the PTSD of it all. It's very like it's kind of a jab at American Sniper.
Oh yeah. Oh totally.
Also, Tiki, did you recognize the voice of that generic?
No.
Marine guy?
Who is it?
The great Timothy Oliphant. Mr. Fantastic.
God, really?
Yeah, it's Mr. Fantastic himself.
Oh, that's great. Wow.
Yeah, a little Cobb Vanth action for those Mando fans out there. Yeah.
Well, what do you know?
Yep.
So structurally, honestly,
it's a straight line.
The problem with this episode is like, for me, my favorite Rick and Morty episodes are the ones that take one concept and just really run with it, like explore everything that can be explored with it. And that's why I think with this episode, everything in it was good, but like, hell, we could have made an episode out of the fucking Statue of Liberty being a Trojan horse. It's like...
Yeah, we should talk about that for a second.
Go ahead.
I have sold New York to the French.
Okay, so again, just with the statue.
I just think this episode had a little too much going on for its own good. It's definitely a very solid B tier episode. I just couldn't call it like a return to the golden age or anything like that.
I mean, Tiki, though, it's still very. I mean, yes, with the Trojan horse thing is hilarious, but outside of that, it's still a very straight line. What the episode is, I don't know. It seems really.
Basically, the moral of the story is this entire thing is Morty's fault.
Once again, yeah.
The president chewing out Morty in a pretty brutal way was pretty funny.
Yep.
I mean, he's not entirely wrong.
But yeah, so this again is harking back to the opening. It gives us that Statue of Liberty gag too. By the way, it's just the whole again. It's this like a botched kind of national treasure thing at the top, and there's the fact that we're living in the aftermath of the crazy dominoes that fall after. Okay, well we've destroyed the Constitution and also the Statue of Liberty, and God knows what else. And also the Lincoln we damaged all the monuments. That's kind of Rick and Morty's thing. This keeps damaging all the icons of American history.
And then we see that what's really beneath Lincoln Memorial at the end of the episode. Yep. It's like,
yeah.
And when I saw that, I was like, so that's what's on page 47.
Yeah. Yep.
Little deep, kind of a deep cut there, but
no, that's a good. I appreciate it. It's a good deep cut. All right, so now also, what we reveal is we have Pilgrim and Native American aliens that essentially discovered America.
Yeah, that was fucking weird.
And the only reason they discovered America to apparently turkeys were there before everything. Turkeys found America.
I can buy that.
How? What?
There's only one thing they hated more than each other. Turkeys.
That I can buy. I can buy them doing the team. I love that runner.
Turkeys are kind of like dinosaurs, man. They've been around for a long time.
Really?
I mean they're ancient birds, man.
Huh.
Like I could honestly buy them being around on the continent before humans were.
Huh.
Just from an evolutionary point of view.
I mean, if you buy the whole dinosaur bird thing, which is,
which I do, so
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying based on the logic. I mean, yeah, I guess I never thought of it that way. I guess you're right. Yeah,
I'm just saying, logically.
No, I think I never thought of it that way. I think you're right. Okay.
I think this kind of also gives credence to the whole ancient aliens thing.
Sure, that too.
It's very much a true fact that turkeys sleep in trees. I had a vivid. There was one time where I was walking through the woods around sunset, and I just happened upon like a giant nest of turkeys, and it was maybe just tree after tree after tree with dozens of turkeys in each tree, just kind of gathering and nesting for the night. And guys, I gotta tell you, that was a fucking that was an amazing just kind of spontaneous nature moment for me. But yeah, it's absolutely true that turkeys they congregate in trees. That's absolutely true.
Do turkeys sleep in just what the fuck cares Morty?
I do love the runner with our Pilgrims and Native Americans. The whole they're gonna fight. Oh, it's a bromance. I could see that all day. So they love each other.
That never gets old.
Yeah. And also, I love the thematic connection to Rick and the President with their arc. The whole thing of they're always warring with each other, but they have a common enemy. In this case, the turkey yet again. So pretty much the Native Americans and the Pilgrim aliens are the two of them. That's what I'm saying. I like it was all connected to the theme of the feud between those two and everything. And it's. And of course, I think for me, I think the cutest moment we call out the sentiment wonderfully, where it's "Hey Sanchez, you got your pardon." Aw, shut up, Morty. Great.
And then he goes, and then he's about to ruin it again when he destroys the monument and possibly the moon.
Yeah, well, again, it was a very James Bondian kind of climax of it's going to turn everyone that we're sending a kind of a monumental satellite into space to turn everyone into turkeys. But it's either that or to destroy a monument or everyone's turkeys. So
Yeah, I guess so. But he also kind of destroyed a bit of the moon and the flag on the moon.
Yeah, the moon was a bit much though. The moon that's the one I ding the kid for. Really, the moon you had to blow up. What are you, the tick? You had to ruin the moon?
What is it? Chairface that blew up the moon?
Well, I mean, the tick didn't. Well, remember okay, so here's the thing. So the moon was defaced by Chairface Chippendale. It's a Cha. And then the Galactus parody took a bite out of the moon.
Oh my god, I forgot.
Now the tick said he could do that, so the tick did take a chunk out of the moon, though.
And it just says ha.
Yeah, now it says ha, which is just perfect. Anyway.
Yeah, all right.
Also, so the president, he's having his knuckle down, drag out fight with himself as a turkey, which, by the way, love the political satire that Congress loves him because he basically sold New York to France for money and giving all the money to Congress and just doing basically these very, very corrupt political things. Of course, we love turkey presidents. Very, very on the nose, but very funny. Anyways, we have like, the Knuckle and Drag Out fight towards the end, or the wishbone thing. What do you guys think about the wishbone move?
I thought that was really random but funny.
I mean, yeah, it kind of came out of nowhere. But it's like I wish. It's like he's trying to kill me. I wish I would explode. It's like okay.
Just
the fact that I don't know. Like, if he could wish for anything, you would think that there'd be like something more practical that maybe wouldn't kill him.
It's like, did he have time to have like a whole blow up? Did he just phrase it all delicately? It's like, hey, it's not actually like a wishing thing. It's actually it's just like this is the bomb that's in my chest. But when would he have time to put that in there? It has to be like a pre-existing magic thing that all turkeys can do. Apparently, it's like
I like the joke specifically because of how out of nowhere it is.
Yeah,
it's also Deus Ex Machina.
Yeah, of course.
I mean,
it
almost
doesn't really help him. It just kind of blows him up, though.
I mean, almost. I say almost because it's like kind of a pre-ingrained thing in culture, but within the episode, it's not really explained at all. But like he said, like he could have said, like, "I wish you would die."
He could have said that, but he didn't.
Yeah, but he's a turkey. I guess he's still have a bit of a bird brain.
Yeah.
Yep.
Pardon my terribly lame pun.
And that scene with the president in the water, thinking of his past memories before he presumably drowns.
I love we make a cornfield and we use it to kill people.
And that a lot of his memories are revolving around the PlayStation watches.
Yeah, much like I felt a kinship with the president. I want a PlayStation 5, but I can't get it. Even the president can't get one.
Basically him and 99% of America.
Yep.
Yeah.
I want a PS5. I wonder if this was written before the shortage or right around the shortage.
It's probably written last year, which means it'd probably been like right in the thick of it, right?
I mean, hasn't it been like hard to get a hold of since launch, basically?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Since the beginning, which wasn't that at least like a year or two ago?
Like since November, anyway.
Oh yeah, sure. I mean,
it's probably just in the thick of it, or either that, or they were just or they were just like Simpsons level prediction stuff.
Well, either way, an accurate prediction because still no one can get a hold of them easily. So,
well, they were right either way. So,
yep, it stinks, but it's accurate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And as I mentioned, the blueberry PTSD thing with the post credit too. Just again, this poor guy. I just love the fact that he didn't get killed and he's around as the baby. But oh god, the meant those blueberries hit the ground. It's like, oh no, how dark are we going to take this?
In some way, the blueberries are like more tragic than actual PTSD, which is like really fucked up.
It's the fact that it's turkey PTSD and no one's ever going to understand regular PTSD.
Yeah,
it's like, thinks he's a turkey.
Post-turkey traumatic stress disorder.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
Post-turkey stress disorder. Oh yeah.
Yes. Anyway.
All right. Is that pretty much all she wrote?
Yeah, I think so. Next week we're getting Voltron, I think.
Ooh,
oh no.
Oh god.
Guys, I know it's do you want a spoiler?
Yeah, I don't mind.
Me neither.
Well, I guess I'm outvoted. What do you got?
They're gonna be fighting the fucking the incest baby.
What's your prediction? Wait, is that your prediction, or is that like something?
It was leaked.
Oh no!
Yeah.
No.
Oh god, no! So I see the worst episode. I'll just see it.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're looking forward to how that one's going to perform.
So, guys, I'm. There's gonna be like a whole debate. Like, do we kill an incest? This episode's an A. That alone kind of. I don't want more episodes like that, man. I don't want I don't know. Maybe they'll redeem it. I doubt it. We'll see how it goes. Just the second I heard Voltron, I was hoping it was a myth, guys. I was hoping it was a myth. Oh man,
I'm not looking forward to that episode.
It's gonna have like a whole ethical thing, like, oh my god, do we kill the incest baby and all that sort of stuff? It's just,
all right. Oh Jesus!
I hope they kill it though. Just scale over.
You have all sorts of the whole family's gonna be in the robot. They're gonna have to explain.
Okay, I'm not looking forward to that anymore.
I see now that Tiki's, well, at least the shell shaft's going to be taken off when it happens. It was just like,
Yeah.
You're just gonna go in like, okay, like let's rip off the Band-Aid.
I'm just going to go in like, hey, Voltron. Now it's going to, oh, Voltron, that's great until the red-headed incest child emerges.
I hope it's a fake leak.
Oh, I hope it is too, Jacob. Like,
Yeah.
Even
I
there's a
was
chance it
hoping
could be
was a
fake.
leak. Like, you know, by all means, it could be. Like, they
Why
could
didn't
be
you lead
fucking
with it
us.
could be fake?
Yeah.
What?
Why didn't you lead with it could be fake?
Like,
Wait,
it's likely not. It's likely not. But
Dang it.
I think it was storyboards that were leaked. So, like, hypothetically, they could be fucking with us.
Mm-hmm. Or maybe a scrapped idea, hopefully.
Yeah.
Well, fingers crossed.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I think that's about it. We will see y'all next week. Big thanks to Claude for coming on again. Glad to have you back, Claude.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
All right. Have a good one, guys. See you later.
Feel thankful, Morty. Feel thankful.